Morning mist drifts above Moray, where green circular terraces spiral softly into earth like a hidden emerald amphitheater. Golden light reaches Salcantay first, painting its snow in pale rose, while shadow still sleeps across valleys below. The Urubamba River curves like silver silk, glimmering beneath cliffs wrapped in cloud and bright waking jungle. A narrow train slides toward Aguas Calientes, its windows catching dawn like moving shards of warm, polished amber. Then, Machu Picchu appears through vapor, stone terraces unfolding slowly as if the mountain is remembering itself. Ancient walls rise from green slopes, their granite edges softened by centuries of rain, sun, moss, and silence. Clouds brush the Temple of the Sun, leaving fleeting shadows that drift gently across each carefully placed stone. Stone steps climb upward through dew, each terrace glowing softly beneath the first clear breath of morning. In Ollantaytambo, massive Inca blocks hold the valley light, their surfaces warm like honeyed stone after sunrise. Narrow lanes run between adobe walls, where blue doors brighten corners with simple color against ancient earth. From Pisac, terraces descend in graceful layers, green ribbons stitched across mountains with perfect, patient geometry. Below them, the market awakens slowly, woven cloths unfurling in crimson, saffron, indigo, and deep mountain violet. Cusco glows beneath afternoon sun, red tile roofs stepping upward like waves across the city's stony hills. The Plaza de Armas shimmers softly, cathedral towers rising above fountains where pigeons circle in silver arcs. Dark cedar balconies lean over San Blas, casting patterned shade onto streets polished smooth by countless footsteps. At Coricancha, old Inca walls hold sunlight differently, their fitted stones reflecting warmth with quiet authority. Far above, the Andes stretch endlessly, blue ridges fading into one another like watercolor left unfinished. Each summit catches its own color, from pale ivory snow to lavender shadow and copper grassland light. At Lake Titicaca, the horizon disappears, sky and water joining in one endless plain of shimmering blue. Reed islands float like gold brushstrokes, their edges trembling softly whenever light wind moves across the lake. A small totora boat glides forward, leaving delicate ripples that widen into perfect rings of silver. In Arequipa, white sillar walls glow beneath a clean sky, every arch and courtyard bright as carved ivory. Santa Catalina Monastery opens in terracotta, cobalt, and ochre corridors where sunlight turns each wall luminous. Bougainvillea spills across stone, adding bursts of magenta against surfaces shaped by quiet centuries of prayer. In Colca Canyon, condors rise without effort, dark wings stretched wide above cliffs painted in rust and gold. The air feels spacious here, every current visible in drifting grass and shadows moving across distant rock. Along Paracas, crimson cliffs meet turquoise water, where foam draws bright white lines across the rugged shore. Desert and sea stand side by side, their colors so distinct they seem gently introduced by light. Above Nazca, ancient lines appear in sand, pale markings crossing ochre earth like whispers preserved by sun. In the Amazon, near Puerto Maldonado, green deepens endlessly, leaves layered beneath soft veils of filtered light. Scarlet macaws flash across the canopy, bright color moving through shadow like sparks from a hidden fire. Peru reveals itself in images so beautiful they feel less discovered than quietly offered, one breathtaking scene at a time. At dawn above Rainbow Mountain, frost glows faintly while striped slopes awaken in rose, copper, jade, and lavender. Thin light touches each mineral band differently, turning the hillside into a painted surface shaped by silence. In the sacred valley, morning sun pours between peaks, warming terraces in layers of olive, lime, and gold. Water channels near Chinchero catch brightness like silver threads, tracing old agricultural lines through living green earth. Mist rises from the Vilcanota River, drifting upward in slow folds that soften cliffs into dreamlike blue silhouettes. By midday, Lake Titicaca becomes pure mirror, reflecting white clouds so clearly the horizon seems gently erased. Totora reeds shimmer in wind, their pale gold tips bending together like brushed silk along the shore. An Andean gull crosses the water, its reflection trailing below like a second bird in liquid sky. Near Humante Lake, turquoise water glows beneath glaciers, luminous against dark rock and patches of bright alpine grass. The surface barely moves, holding the mountain's reflection in a stillness that feels almost carefully arranged. In the Amazon, filtered sunlight lands in fragments, dappling giant leaves with warm flashes of moving gold. Rain slides from heliconia petals, each drop catching brightness before disappearing into dark soil and fern. Blue morpho butterflies lift through humid air, their wings opening like tiny mirrors of electric jungle light. At Gokta Falls, white water descends through green cliffs, its mist turning sunlight into soft, drifting pearls. Moss-covered stone darkens beneath spray, while orchids cling nearby in delicate bursts of pink and white. In Colca Canyon, afternoon stretches long across terraces, deepening green fields into rich olive and muted bronze. Condors ride rising currents, their silhouettes outlined against sky that shifts from sapphire into warmer evening gold. Far below, a river flashes briefly, bright as metal whenever the canyon walls open to sun. Along the Ballestas coast, sea lions rest on ochre rock, while waves scatter silver light around them. Pelicans skim low above the Pacific, wings nearly touching water that glows blue-green beneath the fading sun. Paracas cliffs burn red at sunset, their edges softened by sea haze and drifting bands of amber light. Foam patterns dissolve and return, bright lace repeatedly stitched across the shoreline by each arriving wave. In the dunes of Huacachina, evening shadows lengthen, carving smooth ridges into gradients of apricot and rust. Wind crosses the sand delicately, drawing fresh ripples that catch the last sunlight in precise, soft lines. At night near Osangate, stars appear sharp above black peaks, filling the sky with quiet, silver detail. Moonlight outlines snowfields gently, turning each ridge into pale sculpture against the vast, dark horizon. Small village fires glow below, warm orange embers scattered across valleys wrapped in cool indigo night. At dawn again, cloud lifts from Manu, revealing endless forest layers in deep jade and soft emerald. A scarlet ibis crosses wetland light, its color striking against pale water and whispering marsh grass. Near Tambopada, giant river otters cut through golden reflections, leaving wavering paths across the still surface. Every hour reshapes Peru completely, as if light keeps painting new versions of the same beautiful land. From glacier to jungle, desert to sea, the country moves through color with the grace of living cinema. In Chinchero, women weave beneath open skies, their fingers guiding alpaca threads through patterns bright as mountain flowers. Crimson shawls, saffron bands, and indigo diamonds glow against stone walls warmed by the gentle afternoon sun. Natural dyes simmer nearby, cochineal reds and walnut browns deepening in bowls beside smooth wooden looms. Children cross the plaza laughing, their felt hats tilted slightly, shoes tapping softly on ancient cobblestones. In Pisac Market, textiles hang like banners, moving lightly whenever cool valley air drifts through the stalls. Silver jewelry catches sunlight in tiny flashes, while carved gourds and pottery add warm earth tones below. Hands arrange purple corn, golden potatoes, bright ají peppers, and glossy cherimoyas in perfect market color. Elders sit beneath woven blankets, their lined faces lit softly by shade filtered through hanging fabrics. In Cusco, San Pedro Market hums with warmth, steam rising from soups beside pyramids of vivid fruit. Fresh bread stacks high in golden rows, while marigold petals brighten baskets like little suns. At a picanteria in Arequipa, clay pots bubble gently, filling white courtyards with rich color and warmth. Rocoto relleno arrives glowing red, beside pastel de papa layered in cream and pale golden edges. Bakers slide loaves from stone ovens, flour dust lifting briefly into shafts of late morning light. In the Sacred Valley, farmers move across terraces, their bright ponchos flickering against broad green mountainsides. Broad hats shade weathered faces as they tend quinoa, corn, and beans in neatly stepped fields. Alpacas graze nearby, their soft wool bright against highland grass in shades of cream, caramel, and white. At Lake Titicaca, Uros families shape totora reeds into boats, homes, and walkways of glowing gold. Layer by layer, the islands rise from water, their textures warm and luminous beneath the open sky. Children step lightly across the reeds, colorful sweaters mirrored in blue water between floating pathways. A grandmother braids long black hair, seated beside a doorway woven entirely from sun-dried reeds. In Taquile, men knit red chulo hats while overlooking the lake's vast silver-blue horizon. Their hands move steadily, thread looping with quiet precision as boats drift far below the cliffs. On Maras hillsides, white salt pans shine in geometric rows, each shallow pool reflecting sun differently. Families harvest crystals carefully, their movements small against the brilliant patchwork of white and pale copper. In Colca villages, embroidered hats bloom with stitched flowers, bright birds, and tiny mirrored accents. Women carry woven baskets along stone paths, skirts swaying in layered blues, magentas, and warm gold. In Lima's Barranco, murals brighten old facades, while balconies cast patterned shadows over flowering streets. Cafes spill light onto sidewalks, where guitars and soft conversation drift beneath lanterns and jacaranda branches. At dawn in Puno, fishermen gather nets that sparkle with droplets, each strand briefly jeweled by sunrise. Boats painted cobalt, saffron, and green rest along the shore, vivid against the lake's quiet blue. Across Peru, beauty lives in ordinary gestures, in hands at work and faces turned toward light. Here, daily life feels inseparable from the land, each movement woven gently into the country's enduring grace. Morning returns to Machu Picchu, where cloud lifts slowly and terraces shine with fresh dew and pale gold. Stone walls hold the sun gently, their ancient surfaces glowing in quiet tones of honey, moss, and ash. The valley below opens in layers, jungle deepening toward a river that twists like silver ribbon. A light breeze crosses the ruins, stirring grass between stones and carrying mist through empty doorways. Nothing here rushes the eye. Every line, terrace, and shadow reveals itself with calm, deliberate beauty. From the guardhouse, mountains rise like guardians, their green shoulders wrapped in drifting veils of white cloud. In the sacred valley, late sunlight settles softly over fields, turning irrigation channels into lines of fire. Corn leaves shimmer in rows, while distant adobe homes glow warmly beneath broad Andean skies. Cusco gathers evening slowly, rooftops darkening into rust, while cathedral domes keep the final amber light. Lanterns bloom along stone streets, each doorway casting warmth across walls worn smooth by time. In San Blas, music drifts upward from hidden courtyards, mingling with laughter and the scent of cedar. Balconies lean above the street like old witnesses, holding flowers that brighten the cooling dusk. At Lake Titicaca, the world becomes still again, water flattening into polished blue beneath a pearl sky. Boats move so gently they seem suspended, their wakes dissolving before they can fully become memory. Reed Islands glow softly at sunset, each golden surface deepening into bronze as day slips away. The horizon stays open, vast enough to make every small detail feel more precious and exact. In Arequipa, white stone walls blush pink beneath twilight, courtyards filling with shadow and jasmine fragrance. Santa Catalina's painted corridors fade from bright cobalt into muted indigo, still luminous in evening hush. Far beyond, El Misti holds moonlight on its slopes, a pale shape watching over the city. In Colca Canyon, the last condor circles homeward, wings dark against a sky washed with rose. Terraces sink into shadow, yet their elegant geometry remains visible, traced by fading bands of light. Along Paracas, waves continue their patient work, drawing white edges beneath cliffs glowing ember red. Desert wind shapes the dunes nearby, leaving fresh patterns that morning will make beautiful again. In the Amazon, night arrives as layers of green turn black, yet leaves still shine with hidden moisture. Fireflies appear among branches, brief sparks floating where daylight once poured through tangled vines and orchids. A canoe crosses dark water quietly, its reflection trembling beneath a sky filled with distant stars. Every place in Peru leaves an image behind, but together they become something fuller than remembrance. A terrace in cloud, a woven hand, a white courtyard, a reed boat, a condor in gold light. These scenes do not fade. They return unexpectedly in color, texture, and the way light touches stone. Peru stays like morning mist on mountains, visible for a moment, then somehow present even after vanishing. It remains in silver rivers, red cliffs, blue streets, and green valleys shaped by patience and sun. Unseen Peru is not a secret place. It is beauty so complete, the world still feels brighter after looking.